What is going on? It is Donald Poe Photography, and I am back to talk about the Nikon D700. Now, last video, I unboxed this beautiful, bulky, thick camera, and I just spent a couple weeks with it. I took my time with it, and I thoroughly enjoyed this camera. I am going to honestly just put this in my camera tier list that I own. This is definitely at least top 5. It may be top 3. Maybe top 3. So I just want to go over a few points on why this camera left me speechless. Because this camera did leave me speechless. I was shocked. So the first part we're going to talk about the price. So the price of this camera, it cost me $150. Now $150, that doesn't seem like a high amount, a low amount. Whatever your pockets are, I don't know in this economy, but $150 for a full frame camera is a pretty good deal. So this camera retailed for about, I believe, around the 28 to 3,000. Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna actually put the actual price, the MSRP of this camera back in 2008, and that's a lot of money. Me personally, I wouldn't spend $3,000 on a camera unless I was big money grip, but you know, I just wait till these flagships get old and then I buy them, you know. I bought it for $150. It goes for about $300 on eBay, and honestly, $300 for this camera is not a bad deal. So let me tell you why. Off rip, this camera has a 12 megapixel sensor, and before you say, Donald, that is low, we're in the hundreds now, the standard is 40. Well, before you get your pants all bunched up, let me tell you something. Since the megapixel count is lower, the noise or the grain will look different. So when I boost it up to 3200, it's gonna have a nice monochromatic look, similar to the 5D Classic, which I have right here. 5D Classic I got right here, that I got for $75. So this camera, 12 megapixels. I never tried the video mode. I don't even know how to get to the video mode because I didn't even take my time. I just figured out how to use live view. So the first thing that made me say wow is I put the Nikon DX35 1.8G. I bought this for my Nikon D3400 about 5 years ago, and I was seeing stuff on the internet saying, oh, if you put a crop lens, it's gonna be heavy vignetting, unusable. See for yourself. Now, you're gonna get some heavy vignetting with this lens around f8 and higher, but about f5.6 it balances out into a nice cinematic look, and then you can just, you know, fix and post. That's what I did for these photos. So this lens cost me $200 in 2018. You could probably find it used for about $130. The fact is that when I took it out of crop mode, because you know it automatically goes into crop mode if you put a crop body lens, I just took off the crop mode because I'm not shooting crop. I got a full frame sensor. The sharpness, the crispness, the colors, I was like, whoa. I was taken aback. I was flabbergasted. I was like, hold on. $200 lens, $150 body, and I'm getting results like this? I was like, nah, man, no way. This setup honestly is a dream setup. I'm not gonna buy a full frame lens. I'm not gonna buy a F mount 35, you know. And also the Nikon D700 takes all the legacy glass from all the old Nikons in the F mount. Beautiful, amazing. You can always find good deals on lenses. You'll never have to worry about not having a good lens. But I'm using a DX lens for now, and honestly, I'm probably not gonna buy a new lens because this lens and this body is just a perfect combination. I got some nice compactness. The body is kind of heavy, I'm not gonna lie. This isn't like a nice light body, you know. You're gonna feel it. It's about 2 pounds, but if you're a film photographer and you're carrying a Pentax 6.7, that's 5 pounds. If you're carrying that around, you can carry a little 2-pound body, you know. Plus you're gonna get your gains up, you know what I'm saying. But let me digress into point 2, using the body. I actually skipped 3 I already talked about 3 kind of with the image quality, but we're gonna touch back on that. So it's like the Nikon D200. I have a Nikon D200 right here. I'm about to grab it. Okay. So this is like my $17 Nikon D200 I got, and it's basically like the same, you know. It's practically literally the same. I think it's just missing. Nah, has all the same. Okay, everything's the same here. That's really cool. Yeah, so it's basically like the same body. So if you use any of the old Nikons, you'll be right at home. I personally, I like it for the, just like the, what's the word? It is a nice hands-on experience. So you know how you got your Fuji body, your Fujifilm bodies, and they have like the dials on top? I like that. I don't like digging through menus. I've never liked digging through menus. That's why I didn't really know how to shoot manual until I had a Fuji body, and I was like, okay, this looks good. I like this like this. I just took that skill that I learned from Fuji's and applied it to the older Nikons, and I get beautiful results. You can change your quality around, your ISO, your white balance on the fly. The front little wheel here, that's for your aperture, and then the back one is for your shutter speed, and that's all you need. There's your exposure triangle. You didn't have to go through a menu, I don't know. Now it does have live view, and it's pretty cool. You gotta like press it twice. I'm not a big fan of live view. I just like putting my eye to the prism and just clicking away. That click, that, oh my god, it sounds so good. I love that nice clap sound of like the shutter and the mirror. It's just, when I think of photography, I think of that. I don't think of nothing. That is really underrated. We did lose that. I get having a quiet mode, you know, you can do your street work, and you can do like in your like soap operas or whatever, like your Broadway shows. I get that, but I love the sound of a good shutter. Good shutter sound is underrated. Let's talk about image quality. So I've been putting pictures on the screen, and you can already tell, like, yeah, this camera's a banger. And for $300, you can't beat it. 12 megapixels never looked so good in my life. Like, I can't wait till it's my 6-month book and I can just print the photos big, and I'm just gonna be like, wow. Because they look great on the phone, they look great 4x6, they look great on my MacBook Pro. Like, it's just a great experience. Like, these JPEGs that I converted from RAW, I did little to no editing. Only pictures I really edited, I'd say, I used my Freestyle 2 preset on my friend Marcel, and I love how this picture came out. It's just an amazing picture. The color, the cherry blossoms, the warm tones, the skin tone renditions. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. And I just want to go on a little rant real quick. Everyone talks down on Nikon. I don't know why. Like, I haven't used a new Nikon, but I actually used an entry-level Nikon. I love the tones from there. I love Nikon. Like, I feel like crazy when I say, yo, Nikon is really, really good, because everyone looks at me like with the, like, only, like, Nikon's a brand now that's like, if you know, you know. And the D200, the D700, if you know, you know. Like, this camera, these bodies, these image, the sensors is just amazing. Like, the sensor, I believe, for the D700 was made by Panasonic, and that, they should have stayed with Panasonic, because the way these skin tones and everything renders, the black and white files, you increase the ISO up to 3200, get some nice monochromatic grain, no color noise. Come on, stop playing. Like, this is a solid camera. Nikon is solid. Don't talk bad about Nikon. Like, if you're talking bad about Nikon, I know we wear our cargo shorts, we go with our big lenses and our big backpacks to go do wildlife photography. Pick up a Nikon, just take pictures of you, your Aunt Sally, your auntie, your nephews, your nieces, your ninos. Take pictures of them, you're like, I was wrong. you're gonna be taken aback, especially if you buy this camera. Now, thank you for listening to my little TED Talk. Let's summarize the video real quick because, you know, I just like talking, especially to this camera because you guys are my friends. I appreciate everybody. Number 4, the final part. Would I recommend to a friend? From the previous rant, yes, I would definitely recommend this to a friend. I would recommend this to anybody. Like, $150 to $300. Like, I got this with 123K shutter clicks, but these bodies go on forever. These are tanks. These are workhorses. Definitely, like, magnesium alloy, sturdy like the kids in New York City. Like, this body alone is worth at least $300 in my opinion. At least, maybe $400. Like, the images look great. You could drop this camera and be like, oh, it'll turn on. It's not gonna crack. It's solid. Like your good friend from high school. So let's just go real quick. Number 1, price. We already talked about. The specs, 12 megapixel sensor. I don't know about any video. I will give you guys an update about video if I figure out how to use the video. Using the body, great experience. Your exposure triangle is literally right there. You don't have to go through no menu. Image quality, amazing, immaculate. Probably one of the best looking images I've ever seen from anything. Like, in general, like, these images I love. Like, I love these images. They're so good. They actually mean something to me, you know? And 4, would I recommend to a friend? Of course, I would definitely recommend this to a friend. Thank you for watching, all 185 of you. I appreciate you guys liking, commenting, subscribing. It means the world to me. Like, I wake up, I smile, I crack a little tear. I'm like, oh, the support is amazing. Like, I really appreciate it, for real. If you have a Nikon D700 or any Nikon body or any camera you want to talk about in the comments, just comment below and we'll have a discussion. I'll make sure I reply to you in a timely manner and we can just talk, you know? And you guys, thank you again. You're the best.